What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is something we have not done in a very long time. We're actually doing another episode of Roadie Reactions. I can't remember the last time I did one of these, just sitting here by myself off of a live Twitch stream. Been busy on tour and doing other content and stuff, so let's see if I even remember how to do this right, but I'll give it my best shot. Because today, we have brand new music from Bloodywood. In fact, while I'm sitting down to film this, the music video is not even out yet, so there's virtually no information about any of this, which is always kind of fun for me to just dive into something that nobody has told me about yet. But I'm super excited because for a very long time now, I've been saying that I think Bloodywood is going to be one of the next big international artists, especially for a band from India. In the metal scene, we don't really have any bands from India. Actually, I really can't think of anybody else other than Bloodywood, even though I'm sure they exist. But the band has some pretty exciting news. They have a new album on the way. From what I saw on their social media, the masters are turned in. They've heard them back. We don't have a release date for the album yet, but I expect that it'll come soon because with this brand new music video, their first in about 2.5 years, I expect we'll get news soon. Now, speaking of news, less than a week ago, the band has announced they finally signed with a record label, and surprisingly, they announced that they signed with Fearless Records, and I am kind of surprised. I expected them to sign with a more stereotypical metal label, like a Nuclear Blast or Century Media. Fearless has bands like Ice Nine Kills, I Prevail, Boys Like Girls, Pierce the Veil, and all their alumni are pretty popular bands, more in the pop punk and punky scene. So, look, I trust the band's judgment. I know they've been courted by a lot of record labels, and if this was their choice, there's probably a very good reason for it. Now, they also just announced a brand new European and UK tour that's going to be going out in late February, going on through early March, late March, rather. Sorry, first mess up there. And it's called Return of the Sing. Yes, these guys have no shortage of puns with their tour names coming from India. One of their previous tours was called the 9 Inch Nans Tour. They even had a vinyl, which, this one here, the 9 Inch Nans version of it was literally a naan bread on the vinyl, which is absolutely hilarious. They also had the Raj Against the Machine tour. Like, these guys definitely make a lot of jokes, and it's really cool. So Return of the Sing, perfect. But I want to dive into this one, man, because I feel like I've been talking way longer than I normally do for intros to these. So let's just jump into this one. By the time this comes out, the video will be out, so I will link the original video in the description below. And today, for the very first time ever, I am checking out Bloodywood, one of the many times that I have, but listening to their brand new song, New Delhi. New as in new metal. Another pun. Let's go. God, as I was setting this up, I'm just hoping to myself that I got my camera settings and my audio settings and everything right. It has really been that long since we've done one of these. So also wondering to myself what kind of song this is going to be, considering it's the first new music we've heard in 2.5 years. I imagine it's going to be less of a serious song and more of like up tempo, maybe something similar to like Mashi Basad if you're already familiar with this band. But considering the song is called New Delhi, it's going to sound new metal, and I'm guessing it's going to be like an homage to where they're from, or homage, if you will. But anyways, let's go. Never mind. I guess we'll manually have to click play. Okay, now let's go. Ooh, I like that low sub bass in the background under this beat. The love can last, barely taking over and we making it shift. Cause the Daisy Boys low is no diversity is a gift. Oh, let's go. Oh, those tones, man. There it is. I was about to say, when that came in, I was like, I don't hear the doll going at all, but it came in. Yeah, this is the kind of vibe I was expecting right off the start from these guys, man. The tones on everything are sick. I love the fact that it started off with that rapping verse with the intro, and the beat under it and the little low subs were really cool. Sorry, I paused on a screen right here. Karan's rocking new guitars. And I did see on social media, he announced that he is now an official endorsed artist of Ibanez Guitars, which I gotta imagine as like a kid growing up in the music scene in New Delhi, India, and getting this far and getting an endorsement like Ibanez, that's gotta be a dream come true, man. Because we've seen him play a bunch of different guitars. We've seen him with Variax guitars, Ormsby, Bigfoot, but now he's playing a brand new one from Ibanez. And if I'm not mistaken, that's one of the new RGDs from their, I don't know if it's a Prestige line or not, but it is a fucking 8-string, which is actually kind of interesting because when he was using the Variax guitars, those are MIDI guitars, so he could program stuff in there. Now he's not using that anymore. He's using just a standard 8-string. Now with digital amp technologies, you can still do programming and stuff like that, but it's not coming from the guitar, it's coming from the, you know, digital amp itself. So super cool, man. I'm super proud of this guy. I've had an interview with him on my channel on a podcast before, and he's just a super nice, humble guy. So this is so cool to see. But let's continue on here. Manual click. Let's go. Those riffs are starting to become very signature Bloodywood, man. I love it. Surely this is a pre-chorus. I feel like they're gonna come in with a huge chorus now. Damn. Dude, I'm so excited about this, man. I feel like when they play a hometown show, man, the crowds are gonna go wild for this one, dude. From what I've noticed, it seems like Roshan, their bass player, is also rocking a new bass. Now, the interesting thing here is that he's actually an endorsed artist of ESP guitars. And usually when you see international bands, usually the guitar players and the bass players and everybody together will be endorsed by the same company because it's easier. So this is actually kind of cool to see them both endorsed by two different companies because it actually shows that they have a little bit of power in their choosing. Now, Roshan is playing a B series from ESP LTD. I believe that's the new 1005 series, which I have a B series sitting back here from LTD. However, mine is a 200 series. So that one is a lot nicer. If I'm not mistaken, it's got Northstar pickups in it, which I believe are Alnico magnets, humbucking pickups. Probably sounds absolutely ripping on recordings. But I'm absolutely loving this so far. This is exactly what I expect from Bloodywood, and the mixing on it is great. The tones are great. It's got the vibe that I love, dude. Like I said in the intro, I've been saying for a very long time, I think this is going to be one of the next big international metal bands that's going to blow up, and it might even put India on a big map for metal, man. I'm really, really happy for these guys. Holy fuck. Manual click again. Damn, just from these lyrics, I didn't know the New Delhi was that rough. They're rocking on the subway, dude. We're riding till the end of your time, cause Delhi is state, but New Delhi is state of the mind. Dude looks like PewDiePie. Okay, so apparently I'm able to manually stop with the space bar, but I need to actually click play again, which makes no fucking sense at all. Dude, one of the things I'm loving about this video is actually the camera work. I don't know if while they're playing outside, if that's a drone that's circling them or somebody's doing really good steady cam work, but the shots on this so far have been awesome. And I think they're capturing the vibe of the song and the lyrics really well, especially with the different scene changes and stuff. This is fantastic. I do want to know, and you guys know me well enough to know I don't mean anything by this, like, don't read into this too much, but I want to know who the random white dude was in Delhi in the subway with them. Looked like PewDiePie at first, but I don't think so. Let's continue. Oh! I was gonna say those double kicks were a nice touch, and then it just came right in. Oh, that's interesting. Welcome to the land of the wild, wild east. Law of the jungle and the rule of the... Oh, I like that vocal layering. You can't compete, it's the power of the will, the power of the skill that you just can't. This is so good, dude. Dude, I've said in reference to Orbit Culture, another one of my current favorite metal bands, that when they write music, it's like, man, that got me at the end emotionally. I've always said that they write music like it's coming straight from my brain. Like everywhere it goes in the song is like kind of what, like how I'm feeling and where I expect it to go. This band does the same thing, dude. The way they write is like they got inside my brain and wrote it exactly how it would appeal to me, man. It's fantastic. I'm gonna probably watch it again really quick and then we'll go talk a little more about it. Man, I know on this channel and a lot of my reaction videos, I'm known for like losing my mind and headbanging and stuff, but I gotta admit, it's kind of nice to actually focus on the video and the song instead of rocking out, so I actually absorb everything the first time, because this is fantastic, dude. Like I said, this band, in the same vein of Orbit Culture, writes music exactly like they got in my head and wrote exactly what I like, dude. I've never heard one thing from this band that I have disliked so far, and this is no different. And this is the sound that I expected from a first single. Very, like, kind of anthem themed. Like I said, dude, when they have hometown shows, the crowd's gonna go nuts for this. And very up-tempo, very fun, too. You could jump to it, you could headbang to it, you can mosh to it. Like, this is a strong first single, in my opinion. And it makes me even more excited to hear what they're gonna release going into that new album. Now, right now, we don't have any information on that new album. Maybe when this video finally releases, there will be some, but as of me recording, there isn't any. The video itself, again, man, really captured well. I don't know, again, if it was drones or Steadicam, but I feel like they captured every moment very well. The entire band was showcased. They had the cool shots in the street of New Delhi. And even in the transition into like the subway and stuff like that, like I gotta imagine a lot of the extras in this video were probably just their friends from home that they just asked to come be in the video. And super well done, man, all around. I'm super stoked on this. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. And like a lot of my reactions on this channel, I hope that there's people out here that are discovering bands for the first time, because nothing makes me happier than when I see people like, yo, I love this band too. Like, music brings us all together, man. That's what it's about. And this is super awesome. Just as a reminder, they do have a European and UK tour coming up in February and March called the Return of the Sing Tour. I'll have the image on screen so you can check the dates if you want to check that out. And yeah, I just really look forward to the announcements for this new album, especially because this will be their first album on a record label, that label being Fearless Records. So once again, if you're seeing the band for the first time or not for the first time and you enjoyed this, Check the description of this video. I'll have links to their music on Spotify, all their social medias where you can go follow them and keep up with everything that they're doing. But I'm going to wrap this one up, man. This is an A+ release for a first single from an album, in my opinion, and I loved it. Now I got to sit here and remember how I usually end these actual reactions. Well, I guess I'll do a shameless plug and say if you want to follow along on Twitch when I live stream, which we do reactions there, we talk about music news, sometimes I play video games, you go to twitch.tv/TankTheTech. I'm also on a ton of different social media. My handle on just about everything is @TankTheTech. Thank you one more time for watching. Wherever you are in the world, be safe, be kind to each other. I love you all, and I will be back very soon.